the opportunity to completely save the carries on the side of the Beam regime from death by Krull or Gwen in this case.
Yeah, that's going to be true. We're going to have to see how that's going to pan out throughout game number 1. As a reminder, team from Mars going up against Beam Regime, game number 1 of the BO3. And going to be very interesting. We do have this Krull onto the map. That's been a very game-changing hero, and also Disgrace onto the side of Beam Regime. Going to be a close game. This is semi-finals as a reminder for NACL. The winner of this BO3 will be going up to finals against the winner of the match from Teams Misfits against Team Ferox. So it's going to be awesome gameplay only on NACL. I hope you guys enjoy it. And this game is now underway.
All right, as we get onto the fold, we do see that weapon Idris coming out, probably going to go lane up against Gwen. And it does look like we're going to see the double weapon composition coming out on the side of From Mars. That weapon Gwen and that weapon Krull.
Yeah, I'm so sad that Hello Kitty doesn't have that awesome new skin. Like the Red Lantern skin, though, it's absolutely beautiful. If you guys do not have it, I do highly recommend. It's absolutely beautiful. And when, I've been playing it a lot lately in 5v5, I do really enjoy it. I haven't played that much in 3v3, and the gameplay is very different. You have less heroes to dive on, but enemy heroes can also dive in easy, and they're going to be securing that first healing camp goes towards Zephyrus. I was just getting his Shadows Empowers Me passive. Lil first win, taking down that first Elder Treant for the sign of Beam Regime.
Yeah, pretty aggressive rotation coming out in these early moments on the side of the Bean regime. Looks like we might have a little engage coming on here.
Fatal quite low. Does use a Holy Nova, does put into the air. Mars does come back with the Vainglory. That's going to be first blood over to team from Mars, going very aggressive. And look at that, that's why I said when we only into the draft, if they play aggressive, they can win it all. Want to get the kills, the gold, and the experience. Nas does know what he has to do. He knows his win conditions. Shut down the entry of gold and experience from the side of Bean Regime. Zephyrus just trying to secure that camera. Looks like Nas, even though he's just there, Fatal did respawn. They did get the little advantage with the first blood. He's so low, but he's still going to try and get those cams. He's not surrendering quite yet. Kitty trying to use that buckshot. He's just taking a lot of damage. Nice Vingard, and the healing frost does come out and does get a reverse kill almost. Yes, Zephyrus going down. 2Gs will be using the healing flask again. Nice Holy Nova again. A 2CC on Hero Kitty and 2Gs. Look at that. Nas coming back in. Did get the heal from that Treant and is not calling it a day. He's fighting right to the end. And that's going to be 2 kills over to Team from Mars.
Yeah, From Mars absolutely refusing to die in that situation. You know, both the Krull and the Gwen do go quite low, but the Bean regime unable to finish them off. And they're going to be down on farm in these first few minutes. Gwen making it 2 lane before that raise as well. Or that Idris, I'm sorry. Just before. So she can get a bit more farm in this case. Looks like the side
we got a little bit of
rotating up.
Lies Benediction, Hercules, he did take a bit of them. No, okay, I thought he was going to engage a bit further, and that didn't for the time being. And look at that, Nas! Nas being an absolute sneaky man with that Krull. That's what we want to see. Just going to be taking the enemy jungle. Now, that's how you play Krull in 3.0. Even though I think it's dirty play, he does not care. And he's going to go 1v2. Going to try and engage. Holy Nova did connect, unfortunately stopping the use of his passive to come out. And he's securing 1 camp for himself there. Nas, 9,000. Does have the support of 2Gs there forward. Barrage doing a lot of damage. Does get the Desmond Rush shield. And with the Spectral Smite, going to pick up a kill into that 1v2 situation. Nicely done, Nas. And he's not done quite yet. Coming back in, does have the Deadman Rush. Taking a forward barrage to the face. There's just a healing frost. Able to tank it up a little bit. But that will be surely the end. Yes, Nas will be going down. Did go a little bit too far. Giving the first kill over to Team Bean Regime. Or a barrage there. Zephyrus trying to do a bit of work with the nice Vanguard. Able in Hello Kitty to reposition onto Spirit Tita and to take him down right away. That's what we want to see. And that's early game when late game is going to be a beast.
Yeah, such aggression coming out from the side of From Mars. Really impressive how well they know their win condition, just shutting down the gold and income from the side of the Bean regime, getting them low, having to port back and just stealing their farm, or better yet, getting some kills. Lane pushed up a little bit for the side of From Mars right now. Hello Kitty gonna be going back up there. And looks like everyone is just back and getting their farm. Only one with a kill on the side of the Bean regime being that Idris.
Look at that, Nas. He's just looking for opportunity to trying to engage into the enemy jungle. He does get now that early break-in point. Not going to be that much of a use into the early game phase, but when he's going to have those defensive items and he's going to go into Fatal, there's surely going to be going with that Echo Divine Intervention. It's just going to give him so much time to stack up that breaking point. It's going to be super useful. And look at that. He's not losing any time. That's 9,000 going right for the Crystal Sentry, trying to take those 3 lives out. And that heal 2,280. Zephyrus, oh no, you're a little bit on your own there. Got it for a barrage. Nice coming in with the Surge Strike to try and escape there. Taking a lot of damage right to the face. Oh, from Elzar just connected. Stand out to Zephyrus. Fountain just to get the extra support. And that Spectral Smite. Nas just deletes in Zephyrus. Holy Nova from Fatal. Just to try and win some time. But Nas 9,000 just going for the enemy's farm like it's its own.
Absolutely nasty aggression coming out, especially from Nas right here, making great use of his Spectral Smites to heal up just when he's on the brink of death. That Sky not able to get the kill on him despite getting him low several times. And it looks like the side of Bean Regime will be looking just to defend their lane here.
Yeah, Hello Kitty did use a healing flask there, not waste. He did get ganked by a 3-man engagement. So nice use there. He was able to survive it, not giving any kill over. And yeah, Hello Kitty just missed a buckshot to stop him from backing out. But yeah, like overall, like we are only 6 minutes in, and the gold advantage is already around 2,500. And when you got that gold advantage only at this small time into the game, it can only go upwards if they continue scaling up with that crawl. Unfortunately, it might be GG, and a very fast GG for Team from Mars.
Yeah, looking at the CS numbers from the laners on both sides, Hello Kitty is ahead of Spirit Eater by just above 20 farm, which is really significant. You know, that's getting almost towards a full item ahead. Gonna definitely take a big effect. You know, foreseeably, if we can get into the late game, we will see more even matchups, but with how far behind the side of the Bean Regime is right now, it's definitely going to be difficult for them to come back from this.
Yeah, like the only way actually for them to come back into this game would be to try and scale up their items. Zephyrus should build Spellfire as fast as possible. So do try to engage on Hello Kitty that just popped his infusion. It's infusion time. Hello Kitty, nice mountain coming out from 2G, able to tank up a bit of extra damage for Hello Kitty for the time being. Looks like it won't be engaging right now, but look at that once again. That's 9,000 going for that Crystal Sentry. He's the 1v1 dual gods, and he's just going to take down objective. That's what you want to do as a crew, just taking down those lives so they can fight into the jungle when their time will come. And he's just preparing the late game there for his team at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Hello Kitty and 2G's putting down some good pressure into that lane, forcing every member of the Bean Regime to come up and allowing Krull to just steal away all of Zephyrus's jungle, taking down that Crystal Sentry. I think we could see a Crystal Sentry go down pre-12 minutes here if we continue seeing the type of rotations
Oh, be
we're seeing
careful,
out
the
of both
engagement
teams.
able to stun out, completely Fatal. Arden taking a bit of damage. Holy Nova going to be blocked out just on time. Unfortunately, Nas going to be taking the full CC. Spectral Smite. Oh, nice divine intervention. Able to tank out the damage from that Spectral Smite. Just saved him from death. And looks like Nas should be just trying to rotate into the enemy jungle once again, or might want to take down this turret, Yanis.
Yeah, looks like they're definitely going to try to take down this turret.
No, he's not going. Sorry. Oh, it's Aces High combo. That's the CC combo coming out from Hello Kitty. On Nas, that Aces High. And from Elzar, just so much synergy on the side of Team from Mars. That's godly.
Yeah, that was definitely a disgusting amount of burst damage coming out from the side of From Mars. We will see them go back, try to steal some more of those jungle camps. And with that first turret going down, giving some good map control coming out on the side of From Mars, you know, being able to pressure back the side of Beam Regime even more, kind of turtle back into their own jungle.
Yeah, I agree on that point. And also, what I want to talk about is now 2G's has that Crucible. He's going to be able to give out bigger shields. And also, the main problem that did have NAS 9000 on 2G's engagement is the Holy Nova from Fatal. He was really good on putting down those Holy Novas. And now the Crucible is just going to enable him to avoid that huge amount of CC. and keep also this Grace locked on place as she will not be able to engage. And we do see another engagement there. Spirit just taking so much damage. Going to be having to use his ultimate trying to avoid it. Look at that. They're going into a 2v3. Hello Kitty still very live. Coming out just on time. And that will be the end of Hello Kitty. But Nice is just around the corner, trying to get the engagement. Going to be using a block there. A little bit of waste. Does not have the block available to stop that Holy Nova. He's not surrendering quite now. Spectral Smite in the log one. It's up from Elsa. He's going to do the 1v3. Coming back in. Try and get the extra move speed. Nice. Going to use a Holy Flask. Does take a fall. No. No way.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. Doing so much work there. Trying to get the triple kill on his own team. What the hell is a team? I am cruel. I do what I want. I never connect him once again. You do see then it is the main problem of this cruel for Nas. Unfortunately, like Fatal just taking so much freaking damage. And the Crystal Sentry wants to be a part of it. He will be tend to secure him as Spirit Eater is in the game now.
Oh, Nas going maybe a little too far, taken down by the side of Bean Regime, Spirit Eater, and Fatal taking him down. That Crystal Sentry does go down though, and it does go home to respawn, get some health back, and so the side of Bean Regime will be able to keep a bit of map control going in to this mid game.
Yeah, be careful there. They're trying to be a little bit cocky there, trying to stay into that 2v3. Maybe not the best of decision. Hello Kitty is low on mana, just able to use one skedaddle. Can't use a haste high can now. But Macy just wait, like they've done a 2v3 and they were able to do a huge job. That means if they team fight and like play it properly as a team on the side of Team from Mars, like they can take these team fights easy mode. It's easy mode. And that was dirty what came out from NAS 9000. Just able to do the 1v3 when like Arden wasn't able to help out anymore. And looks like he's not done yet. Did get the infusion. Infusion popped out quite early. Onto just double weapon comp on the side of Team from Mars. He's looking for business.
Yeah, absolutely. Nas just showing his unbridled aggression. He does have that reflex block now, going to be able to block that Holy Nova coming out from Grace, so she can't stun him up while he's getting damage onto the team. They're taking down that gold miner, getting even more of a gold lead. Looks like the Bean Regime will be looking to contest, but they can't get it out.
From outside the connect was Aces High, able to shut down completely Spirit Eater. They're going to be in position, but no, Gwen is going to be... Gwen doing an awesome job. They're just stuttering over that Grace, and then you did have Zephyrus just following up just behind. How long was that team fight? It was like 5 seconds, and that was an ace.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous damage coming out of that Gwen, forcing them to use their blocks early in that team fight, not able to get any barrier later, and just bursting down that team.
Yeah, Nas there, just trying to get a little bit of that farm. Unfortunately, Hello Kitty going to be a little bit... Divine Intervention coming out, he is blocked out, as there is that third... Oh, that's going to be the end there. Nice CC going to be connected onto Hello Kitty. And 2G trying to escape away. He does know that will be the end. He will go down. But look at that Nas. He's going to try and do it again. He's going to go there. Going to engage onto Fatal. He does have the block up and available if he wants to stop that Holy Nova. But he knows his limit. He's just going to be running away at this point, trying to save up his turret as Beam Regime looks like they want to try and push it out. Look, Nas trying to get the damage onto Spirit. Going to use a block there. Nice stopping the Holy Nova for being useful. From Elsa, unfortunately, nicely blocked. But how that Crucible was on point.
Yeah, absolutely. Just at the right time, being able to save his team from getting stunned up. Hello Kitty throwing out that Aces High, going to go wide, and looks like the side of Bean Regime will not be able to take a turret. Mars and Hello Kitty both being aggressive.
Well, be careful, we're gonna have to cut you off there. Bean going quite... The Fatal going quite low. They choose a fountain for himself. They're gonna be slowed down and will be going down right away. Spirit Eater quite low. Zephyrus does not want to go up there. He is scared. Even Hello Kitty has no mana. He is a beast. Trying to be engaged. Look at that 431. That's one normal auto attack. That is not even critical. When he's going to start building that high crit damage, like a double time monocle, he's going to be a true monster. As looks like Hello Kitty just trying to look for the engagement back in. Out there, Spirit. Nice. Going to use the that slid up HP left there. Almost going down. You got a nice Death from above coming out to try and stop them from engaging. Nicely positioning. It was very smart from Zephyrus, putting down that ultimate, that Death from above, and just repositioning behind it to try and back out to base. Nice plays.
Yeah, we're starting to see a bit more balanced game coming out here, as Spirit Eater and Zephyrus begin to get some of their items and get into that late game. Unfortunately, Zephyrus is still pretty choked out as far as items go, only having those 2 items, but Idris has completed 4 of his tier 3 items, definitely going to be a threat to that Gwen and that Crawl with his Poison Shiv and that Tension Bow damage.
Yeah, absolute threat indeed. We're gonna have to see. Looks like both teams are looking for fight. We do have that infusion on Hello Kitty. Shakam doing a bit of work there, just putting a little of early damage onto Hello Kitty. And Nas just staying around there. I don't know what he's actually doing for the time being. Might have a few internet problems. No, he is around, maybe taking a call. But unfortunately, look at that. Hello Kitty taking a lot of upfront damage. Ace High going out, gonna be wide. Missing out the target, trying to use Divine Intervention on himself. That will be causing the end of Fatal, just getting deleted. Nas he's not done quite yet. He's not done quite yet. Coming back in with the Command Rush, gonna be dashing out just on time. Spirit Eater to try and avoid that damage. They do have the information as the lockdown from Zephyrus just enables him to keep the vision. Still can't engage forward barrage. A lot of work that that's nice. That's one, but able to stop the escape route of this crew. And he's still engaging. Spectral Smoke going to be coming out. Trying to get it to connect. He's going right under the enemy turret, but they're not going to be able to get the killing blow quite yet. Forward barrage and awesome work there, but that's going to be enough as Hello Kitty just gets the killing blow and going to be scoring a double kill onto Bean Regime. And Fatal just backing out there, just don't know what he's actually doing there. He knows what's going on. They're going to try and push down this choke point turret. You never was Ace High going to be going wild, missing out completely from Alpha. Indeed will be connected with a Crucible a little bit too late, and they will be scoring an ace for the side of Team from Mars with a pushing Kraken.
Yeah, and the whole time Nas was distracting the side of the Beam Regime. You had Hello Kitty and 2Gs taking out that Kraken. Looks like it will be game here. 16 minutes in, getting that Kraken and ending the game on to the side of Beam Regime, just taking them out in fashion.
Congratulations to Team from Mars taking game number 1 of this BO3 into Beam Regime. Just overall awesome gameplay coming out from this team. You saw the crew. This crew was dirty. Engaging at any opportunity to try and get a killing blow, turning fights, even 1v3. He will not go back. He will keep coming for you, and he will not surrender until you are dead.
Yeah, deaths were not a concern to this Krull. He just wanted to continue shutting down the side of Bean Regime more and more. Not to mention the massive damage coming out of Gwen on that backline there. Being able to peel off that Idris potentially getting onto her and taking her out. Just really overall strong, balanced play and smart play coming out from the side of From Mars.
Yeah, very smart plays indeed. And yeah, so game number 1 won by Team from Mars in this BO3. So we're going to have to see if Team from Mars are going to call it a day and make it a 2-0 situation, or if we might have a little bit of a comeback from the side of Beam Regime and they want to be a bit annoying and turn into 1-1.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so now we're going to try and wait before we do enter draft of game number 2. So after this game number 1 here, as you see, was the Grace pickups, was the crew that was overall very dominant. What do you expect to be banned or picked in the second game?
I think we will see a crawl ban coming out on the side of Bean Regime. I could be wrong, but that is what I am expecting to see here. Potentially leaving open that Vox or the Gwen for the side of From Mars to ban. It'll be interesting to see what they choose to ban here. But all 3 of these picks being very dangerous from the side of From Mars.
But I like having split desk while casting, so I'm going to be going against that. I do not think we're going to see a first ban crew. Probably going to be coming out from the side of Team from Mars because they are switching sides. That means that if they ban Cruel first pick, and they might be good at Cruel, they might want to actually play Cruel. So they're on the A side, they might want to first pick it, even though when you first pick it, you can get easily countered by picking up, for example, Skies, even though like Sky wasn't doing a huge deal against that Cruel. So because the teams are switched, it can go the other way around, and they can try and take that Cruel for themselves if it's not banned, of course, by a team from Mars.
Yeah, certainly. Both teams have a lot of options going into this next draft, but seeing as how dangerous from Mars's draft was this game, I think the Bean regime will be looking to ban at least one of those strong picks that they just exhibited. Very dangerous, all of them. I think we will see the Sky or not the Sky, I'm sorry, the Gwen or that Krull being banned, but we shall see. Got the
Yeah,
first ban coming up here, and
draft
it's
has expired. I do not have a proper link. Oh, yeah, it's working. Okay, I'm into the draft now. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so yeah,
Grumpjaw ban.
Grumdraw. Grumdraw ban. So Grumdraw in this patch is actually quite effective. It's something I do play personally. So in the late game phase, when you have that stuffed, if you're able to make it connect properly, in 3v3, what you mainly want to try and do is eat down the support and avoid him from being useful to the teammate. And even you can go the other way around and spit him the other way of the team fight. You cannot use Fountain, you cannot use Crucible, Atlas Pauldron, Warshade. You cannot use anything when you're stuffed. And you're just able to burst down the enemy team so effectively and with no backup potential. So I do like that ban. I'm going to be having a ban flicker.
Interesting flicker ban coming out from the side of From Mars. I did not expect this coming out at all. We have seen and Flicker to be very strong in 5v5 with his true sight and 3v3 as well, being able to seek out those scout traps or whatever is there to counter him on the fold. But definitely a ban that I did not expect coming out from the side of From Mars, maybe planning a bit on their draft.
I think it's more of a throw ban. Like they're throwing the ban away. They didn't want to ban the Cruel, but they maybe didn't want to ban the Vox to have one of those two very dominant picks for themselves. So I think it's more of a throw ban because Flicker in 3v3, even though it is good, because as you said, with true sight can be very effective to scout out those scout traps, etc. Just I think it's mostly a smart decision to actually try and keep those powerful picks available because they are on the B side, so they want that large panel of heroes available for themselves. And right now, Crew is still open, as we do see once again. But it's going to be for Bean Regime this Arden pickup.
Yep, and a quick Lance Koshka pick ban combo there. I like the Lance pickup. A solid Githian wall can be absolutely devastating to an enemy team. And then the Koshka ban, just as we had last game, she's super strong coming out of that jungle with the barrier on her B ability, really able to harass that enemy team.
Mm. Yeah, the harassment is going to be very important if you do play Clash Ground. Something I'd like to point out: very smart drafting. That's when you see the professional level drafting right here. Picking this Lance 14 from Mars. That means that if they do pick Cruel on the side of the Bean regime, like the CC potential of a Lance is huge going up against the Cruel, just the Jithian wall. And even if you build Echo onto Lance, there's still a thing that still is very dominant into 3.0 patch. Getting a double Jithian wall and just locking down a Cruel and having, for example, like a Gwen or a Celeste, or those kind of heroes able to burst down a Cruel, it's a very smart pickup because that avoids them from picking up that Cruel. And if they do, they're going to have a very hard time into this game. And we do have then a Kestrel pickup for Team from Mars.
Interesting pickup here. Kestrel definitely offers a lot of range and harass potential in the lane. We do have the potential of seeing the CP Kestrel in jungle here, using that stealth, and a Saw coming out on the side of the Bean regime. Saw definitely nerfed in this last patch, not as strong. Some of that range that he formerly had is now gone. His push potential decreased a bit, but still a pretty strong pick, massive weapon power damage. And if you can block that, Atlas Pauldron will be a devastating threat to the side of From Mars.
Yeah, indeed, a very dominant threat into this game. But something is going to happen. Like, you do have the Kestrel that might be weapon or CP going to be a little bit flexed throughout this game. Like, right now, the win conditions for Team the Beam Regime is they must win this game early. If you let the Kestrel scale through the late game, it's going to be game over because those Glimmer shots, I would expect to have a CP Kestrel going up into Saw. That's the smartest pickup in the world. I saw I'm the Doom playing it, and it's godly if it's played properly. I would
Yeah,
expect that, so they must finish game early. You got Saw, push turrets, that's all you have to do. Saw, push turrets all day.
yeah, that's what Saw does, and we have the Taka pick coming out. I do like this Kestrel, you know, if they can get on her and burst her down before she can kill that Saw, they do win that team fight. We'll see what this last pick is coming out from the side of Team Mars. Most likely a counter to this Taka. We might see a Baptiste
It's
or
going to be Samuel.
double squishy into Taka. I'm not sure about this.
Taka, as I said, like in the dive heroes such as, like, for example, Cruel, Taka, and Koshka. If you have a DC hero, there is going to be Lance. Like, even though if you kite in properly, like, Lance is going to be able to stun down, like, lock him to the ground, and like after Samuel and Kestrel are going to be able to burst him down super fast. So it's going to be mainly like how they're going to combo together, like the Lance and the burst potential of Samuel Kestrel into Taka.
Yeah, definitely. That the Taka's gonna play an instrumental role, but as you said, if that Lance can get him with that Githian wall, with that impale, that definitely has the potential to shut down that Taka. And at the play level we're at, um, we see these captains being able to make these plays, stun out that Taka, impale him, and they'll probably be able to zone out this Saw, take the fight away from him, forcing him to use that roadie run or a similar method to kind of catch up with that fight, being able to drag it away from him.
Yeah, that's very true. We're gonna have to see if it does pan out to this game. And we're just waiting to enter the fold anytime soon. So, Yamis, I like to ask this question every time. What team are you going to give this win to? Do you think it's going to be team from Mars just taking it 2-0, or maybe they'll come back for team Beam Regime?
From the strong showing coming out on the side of From Mars last game, I am going to have to give it to them again. Seeing some clutch Githian walls out of 2Gs this game, and just really high damage output from these two squishy carries on their side. I do expect them to take this game.
Okay, but just because, as I said, I do like split desk, I'm going to be going and supporting Bean Regime into this game number 2. And just hoping they do take their win conditions in hand. I hope we're going to have a weapon tacker that's able to dance around, avoiding the CC with his Kaiten, just able to dance around, avoiding also the glimmer shots and the Molly Sun verdicts coming out from both Samuel and Kestrel. It's going to be very important, and I'd like to see a CP Saw. Why CP Saw? Because you want to try and burst down as much as possible into this game. They are ranged heroes. That means Saw is not going to be dived on at any cost. He's going to be attacked from ranged positions by the glimmer shots and the Molly Sun verdicts. So I would expect CP Saw, Weapon Taka, aka the Nivmet Taka build, into this game. And yeah, going to be going with Team Bean Regime, where we'll do enter the fold very slowly.
Yeah, we will be loading into this game. Let's see how both of these teams are able to execute their comps.
Yeah, execution is gonna be the key part of to this game. If you can execute your heroes, their abilities on point, if you can play it properly, you can win the game. Like for both teams, before we do enter very slowly, we are now onto the fold. Like basically, burst potential. If they are able to burst down Samuel and Kestrel on the side of Beam Regime, it's win. If they're able to CC down that Taka from when he engages, it's going to be easy, pure damage after onto the sword. He won't be able to do absolutely anything. And it will be then, as I said, Yame, it's going to be Weapon Attacker and CP Saw.
I definitely like these choices coming out of both teams. Somewhat of a double assassin comp, looking to absolutely burst down both those teams. I do like this coming on the side of the Beam Regime. We'll see how they mechanically execute it this game.
Oh, look at that.
Just
Just 2Gs and
cheeky
Fatal.
taunting.
Nice, it's nice, but just before the war, just have a little fun. Just inside, just joking around. They're taking their time. But be careful as the virus on Spirit Eater, they're coming in before business. As they do slowly start down this objective. They're just, no, do not joke around now. You're just going to take 3 damage from that current 15's passive. As Tiger trying to re-engage, getting a lot of upfront damage off the nuts. It's going to be used. Nice impale. Oh, look at that. Let's do it. Got the damage just to lead in Zephyrus. What did you do? You did get CC'd by 2Gs. As we said, the win conditions, if 2Gs does get the CC down, it's going to be GG. And they've shown it in the first minute of the game, getting 2 easy kills right off the bat.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see From Mars not looking to get quite as aggressive as they were last game, just looking to farm up, get a few items under their belts, and then be able to devastate the enemy. Could we see a weapon kestrel jungle coming out on the side of From Mars? It looks like we are. This is definitely an interesting pick. What do you think?
I do understand because like Nas is able to wave clear more effectively than Weapon Kestrel, even though she can go a bit faster with auto attacks. But if you have a big wave, you can just like use your Drifting Dart, use your Melissa Verdicts, and do splash damage area onto those minions. So I do kind of understand why they did do that decision, and also like to take down camps, a Weapon Kestrel is much faster, so much more effective to get down those camps. I just see a little bit of a sneaky pokes up onto the top there. Gonna miss that impel, unfortunately, for 2Gs. And here, like, late game, gonna have to see what's gonna happen as Hello Kitty trying to zone out, trying to get information on that. It will be confirmed with the Chitin. They're gonna be taking down that Elder Treant. Fatal taking quite a bit of damage, and a Kaku from Zephyrus, but they do have the information. Where's that flare? That's gonna be the back to base for Hello Kitty, as they do want to try and avoid that jungle steal from Zephyrus.
Yep, Samuel and Saw duking it out on in lane. That Samuel does have quite a range advantage on that Saw, gonna be able to put out some poke, forcing him back here. So that is one advantage of the Samuel. You know, he definitely will be stronger in lane in this early game phase. We'll see some dank shanks coming out of that Saw as soon as he gets a bit more crystal power on him being able to execute the members of From Mars. Looks like we have Hello Kitty looking to steal some jungle farm, still being aggressive despite that more squishy composition.
Is this a cruel? I do think it is, because he's playing exactly like getting into the enemy jungle, taking those camps as Taka. They're going to be using a sneaky Kaku, and 2G's taking quite a lot of upfront damage. Going to use nice Jiff, and we'll be able to CC down the virus. Impale going to be locking down the fate of Fatal. And that's a Fatal Impale, if I may say so myself. And Zephyrus just trying to help out a little bit Spirit Eater, but like 3-0, and we're not even 4 minutes in, and the gold advantage is already hitting 1,000.
Yeah, definitely definitely a bit of fright to be had for the side of Beam Regime. Looking like they're going on to Nas, but he will pop that healing flask and be able to chase them down. All 3 members of Beam Regime and lane From Mars just holding their own here.
Yeah, look at that. As I said, like, Nas is just able to outrange completely. Impale going to be coming out. Going to be using our Vanguard trying to help out Spirit Eater into that sticky situation. And like this game right now is slowly scaling into the way from for Team Us. 1-1 kill did go out there. Don't really know why. Just I did try to get Spirit Eater. He was backed out. Just understood. But yeah, like right now the win conditions for on the side of Team Beam Regime is they must try and focus properly, one hero at a time. Impale gonna be the double Impale gonna be going down. Still gonna be making those glimmer shots rain down. The zoning potential with Hello Kitty being a little bit too low on his energy. Gonna be holding it a day and back into his jungle.
Yeah, Samuel up by about 10 farm on to that Saw. He's already got his Dragon's Eye ready. Going to scale up through those fights, get a lot of damage down onto the side of the Beam Regime. Taka going on to him, using that Oblivion.
Yeah, for the time being, gonna take a lot of damage. They did Oblivion engage Kaiten, but that's not gonna be enough. Blood for blood, gonna be making pouring blood onto Knuckle 9,000. As they did find a nice pickup. That's, as I said, that's going to be their win conditions. Focus one hero at a time. If you take it down, it's going to be easy pickup on the remaining hero. Hello Kitty still there trying to make those glimmer shots rain down. And Zephyrus just still into the jungle. They can try and pick up a kill on 2Gs if they do have the information. Unfortunately, they do not have it quite yet. With the glimmer shots coming out. Kalki, 1-1 kill coming out. Going to be tanked out by Spirit Eater. Unfortunately, did take a lot of upfront damage. Just use a healing flask to get his energy back up. Other glimmer shots coming out. Not going to be enough as he did use his shank to get out there. And looks like this is going to be turret number 1 going down here.
Yeah, looks like the side of the Bean regime will be giving it away just to keep their lives in this case. You know, a lot of poke being able to just siege down those turrets on the side of the Bean regime. Oh, and Kestrel goes down. A solid dank shank coming out of that saw.
Yeah, Hello Kitty, like the Crawl last game, basically just like, even though it was played by Nas, he, like, they do go a bit aggressive and sometimes a bit too much, not really knowing their limits and get taken down. Gonna use a 4. Oh, be careful, there's a fire's taking a lot of upfront damage. Still trying to get them. Unfortunately, did get focused down by the gold miner. Maybe that's the occasion there for Zephyrus. Gonna use a 1-shot 1 kill. Gonna be missing out completely for Hello Kitty, and just gonna be back into their respective jungle at this point.
Das goes very low, almost killed by that treant, forced to use his flask there. Maybe not too much of an opportune time. Gonna be looking to get some of that lane farm at least, and the turret.
Yeah, we're only 7 minutes in, 3-2, so we had a little bit of a comeback kills, but mostly the kills that did come out from Beam Regime were mostly mistakes on the side of Team from Mars, just being a little bit too over aggressive. Did go a little bit into the enemy jungle, and Hello Kitty did get taken down once, and so did Nas. And it looks like Zephyrus is only mid HP, and he's going to try and engage anyways. The Glimmer Shots raining onto Fatal, turn up a lot of bright direct damage. Just pop that infusion just on time there, trying to get a lot of extra damage. And he's got the 1-shot 1 kill up unavailable. He can maybe try an easy shot to Spirit Eater. Gonna be going invisible, nice impale, and does the healing blast from Spirit Eater. Able to tank up a little bit of the extra damage. Does have that active camera onto the ground. And look at that, Hello Kitty just farming the enemy heroes as if they were enemy minions. Fatal, no, still a lot of upfront damage gonna be. What? The CC stopped the Expenso. Nicely timed. Where's that nice impale? Going to be using the healing frost, trying to sustain out of it. Where's a very defensive gauntlet for Fatal? Does not want to sustain any further. Oh! I thought that connected for a second. I was really scared. Careful, going to be using that suppressing fire. Able to take down Nas. That's going to be a 2v2 as we do have Fatal coming back. He wants to be a part of this. He's have to brought the suppressing fire over for Spirit Eater if he wants to engage it. Zephyrus is going to be rotating away. Crystal Sentry wants to be a part of this fight.
Oh no!
Slow down this Kestrel. That will be the end for Hello Kitty. Nice story, but a bad ending. Will be deleted. And also, Cruel! Spirit Eater taken down by 2Gs. Picking up a killing blow there. He's getting close to the wall. Very smart play from 2Gs. Looks like he will be. Oh, I thought he was going to try and CC the wall. Does use his healing flask, but it will not be enough. He will be going down.
Yeah, that weapon Taka doing quite a bit of damage on his basic attacks. Going the spell sword route here into a Tyrant's Monocle, it looks like. The Samuel does have his clockwork up. Gonna be throwing out those Malison verdicts every second when he has that Drifting Dark up. Definitely going to be a big backline damage threat to the side of the Bean regime. Gonna be looking to dive onto him.
Yeah, that's what they're going to try and mainly do, is try to engage. Look at that. Hello, again, just being very aggressive. If they have the information that Lance wasn't there, they could have engaged onto him pretty easily. As we see Nas trying to take a few of these CS, trying to de-push this lane. Going to be doing that effectively. Yeah, so we're 10 minutes in, right? And we're 5 kills, 5-5 in terms of kill. Got advantage 2,000 extra on the side of Team from Mars. So this game is much closer than game number 1. Not as dominant gameplay. They did not have that Cruel. So I think that's a very big game changer into this game number 2. And looks like probably we might have a team fight coming up as both teams are trying to seek out with the vision. Glimmer Shot's going to be raining down from Hello Kitty. Fatal taking a lot of upfront damage. He's already mid HP. Nice hit. Going to be getting and securing a nice CC onto that one. Impel going to be coming out, but that's going to be the end of this Kestrel as Nas is not into this fight. What are you doing, Nas? He is not there. He's nowhere to be seen. That's going to be 2 kills easily secured on the side of Beam Regime.
Yeah, the side of the Bean regime looks, you know, they go very low.
We're going to have to cut you off there. Blink going to be used. I'm going to be able to burst. No way. No way that Blink was perfectly timed. He's not calling it a day. Going to be popping that healing flask just to try and sustain out of it. That Drifting Dark and Melissa Verdict doing a lot of job. Looks like Taka going to try and re-engage. He's got the extra to kite and combo. Nas being a little bit protective and defensive, does not get close to that will and will not be taken down. So no ace for Beam Regime.
Yeah, no ace, unfortunately for them, but they
Okay.
do.
The CC. Oh, those are.
Oh,
That's dirty. That's that's just horrible. Like burst potential.
yeah, the critting glimmer shots from Hello Kitty, just doing massive damage on every hit to the side of the Bean regime. Saw is occupied in lane. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to contest this gold miner here.
Oh, still a lot of damage with the suppressing fire. Oblivion to have that bite drift. And they're just going to try and secure this gold miner for the time being. Hello Kitty quite low on the HP and energy. Nice, going to be using that. One shot, one kill. Does not connect. And beat without Impel. 2G's going to be a little bit locked on place. Nice, Ethan down the forest. They're not going to be re-engaging on it right now. Nice CC. Oh, that's going to be the end for 2G's. Hello Kitty trying to go a little bit on his own. That Shank doing 700 damage. That was brutal. That was savage. And Nas just trying to avoid to give over the ace. Going to be playing quite defensively onto his position. And Taka just feeling a few camps.
Yeah, we're seeing the side of the Bean regime do
Whoa.
a really good job.
Whoa, no way. Does pick up one kill in the 1v2 there. Unfortunately, going to have to cut you off. Trying to get the last kill. Killing blow with that Molly Sambodix. That's 2 kills. Taka wants to be a part of it. Going to be using extra 2 kiting. Trying to avoid the damage. But that's going to be a triple kill. 1v3 by the one and only Nas 9000. Just with the cruel early. He's doing the same with Samuel. Just sustaining and so much burst potential. That was godly.
Yeah, absolutely. That 1v3 coming out of Nas. You know, that Saw going down first, taking down that Arden when he's low, and then being able to take out that Taka despite his burst potential onto that Samuel. You know, Samuel does not have any armor right now against a crit Taka. I didn't see him winning that fight, but he was very stacked up on that Dragon's Eye, and we saw just how much damage that Samuel can output.
For time being, might have a little bit of fight here coming out. Hello. Earlier, defensive place. What's the Crucible out from Fatal? Impel going to be connecting. Nice CC onto this one, but the Arden wants to engage. Nice CC out onto this Kestrel. From damage. That's going to be the end, unfortunately, for 2Gs. With a nice suppressing fire from Spirit Eater, able to pick up an easy kill onto Hello Kitty. And now Nas, is he able to do this once again? He's got his Dragon's Eye stacks. He's 6 stacks in, 18 stacks as we are in update 3.0. He has to stack a little bit longer to get the full stack potential. And he's still looking for that game, and he's not shown any signs of fear into his eyes. Going to be in a problem. That's going to be the end. As Spirit Eater just says, nope, I'm going to burst you down with my shank with that Brody run, and you're going to go down. That's going to be ace for Beam Regime.
Yeah, 900 damage onto him. That one shot, one kill does connect onto Zephyrus. He's at about 25% health right now. Looks like 2G's looking to be a little aggressive, but that Vanguard will protect him. First turret on the side of From Mars going to go down here. Wow. Got quite a game going on here. About a 3k gold lead now on the side of From Mars as well.
It's really weird because I was starting to talk French there. we only have first turret going for Beam Regime. Like at 14 minutes in, almost 50 minutes, the Kraken is slowly going to be coming up, and we said like they had to try and push down those turrets, those objectives with early game. So unfortunately, it didn't work out. Even if it's CP Saw, the early game phase, you're able to put a lot of pressure. Just as a Saw, Washawoki, you're going to be connecting 656 damage right off the bat, and it should be a bad decision for Spirit Eater to actually engage right now. Just going to be looking to back out into their jungle. They're not showing any signs of backing out. Spirit Eater and Fatal just going right into this Kraken zone. And probably going to have a fight coming out. They do have the information. They do have the flares up onto this Tucker in case the Kaku does come out. And nice pressing fire. Does have those stacks up a little bit slowed down by those spin-up stacks. And Nas starting to mean business with those Mollies and verdicts. They're trying to pull off a C9 right now. Trying to take the Kraken. And if they do have a fight coming out, they're going to try and engage fully. Impel. Oh, that's going to be a nice. Oh, nice time. That's a godly move from 2G. He's able to save out his team. 3, 2. The Impel did such a huge work. Just Hello Kitty.
Kraken stolen.
HP. Your 2D is solo. He's in a block there. Going to be avoiding that CC whiz, that fighting. That's going to be the end of 2Gs. Oh. Look at that Nas in a huge work. And with the Glimmer Shot just picking up the kills. And a triple kill for Hello Kitty. Now going to be trying to take down this Kraken because it did get secured by being regimed. That was this fight is so dirty.
Yeah, absolutely. That Kraken being stolen has saved the side of the Bean regime. You know, we still have minions pushing in on the side from Mars, gonna take down that choke point turret. Definitely going to be a dangerous threat here. Looks like the Kraken may take down this tier 2 turret here, but nothing else as everyone gets back onto the fold after dying.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hello Kitty doesn't have any more energy, so that will second turret down on the side of Team from Mars. Just going to have to be a little bit more cautious when they do take down those team fights. They won't be able to back out to safety as soon and as easily. And probably a team fight coming up quite soon. We do have infusions. This did get popped out onto Spirit Eater. It will be going away quite soon. He did back out to base, just trying to get, yeah, he does get his infusion back. Infusion also onto Zephyrus. Gonna try and mean business into the next team fight. These both teams are ready, and this game is actually quite tight. It is much closer than game number 1.
Yeah, definitely. Both these comps very solid into each other.
Unfortunately, gonna have to call you there. Oh, look, the combo just deleting completely Hello Kitty. It was way too far. That was a huge mistake on his part. Now, Nas trying to save the day. Does zone him out with that Drifting Dark, and we have the Suppressing Fire from Spirit Eater. He's doing so much work. Gonna have the Gauntlet just able to lock them down with the Crucible. Nicely timed from 2Gs. A nice synergy from the side of Team from Mars. He's trying to engage there. Gonna be using the Kaku, able to regen up. He did get a little bit of a nerf packer from that regen. Nice CC Wizard Yethium Wall, able to stop the Suppressing Fire. Look at that, he's still building up to stacks. 13 stacks in to this team, and he's doing so much work there. He's solo. That's gonna be another kill by Zephyrus with that X-Retsu. Nicely timed. 2D's just trying to avoid the A's, but that's going to be one-shot kill. Going to be tanked up by this Fatal, but not going to be doing enough damage. Unfortunately, that's going to be also a Chitin. No, it will be the end with that stack onto the Mad Cannon. Not going to be an ace, as Hello Kitty did respawn, but like, this could be a comeback, and this could be game for Beam Regime, Miz.
Yeah, definitely. Bean regime just playing this game a bit smarter than the side of From Mars. You know, we saw From Mars play exactly to their win condition last game, you know, that pure unbridled aggression onto the side of the Bean regime. But this game, we're seeing the Bean regime play a bit better, you know, sticking together, focusing on one carry at a time. And, you know, looks like From Mars being a little more defensive now.
Yeah, oh, be careful there, Hello Kitty. They might not have information, but the flare could come out anytime to spot you out. And they're trying to engage there. Gonna be, oh, the nice CC going right off onto this one, but they do have the information. Hello Kitty should be going down. X-Red to Chitin. That will be the end of Hello Kitty. Disappeared throughout the damage. Nice Oblivion gonna be blocked out anyway by the nicely timed Crucible from Fatal. Mortal Wound did get applied as he did get that Spellfire. X-Red trying to reposition him. Unfortunately, like, he's doing such a good work. Gonna have a very offensive Gauntlet there, trying to deal enough damage. Nice Impale, able to root down. It's gonna be one kill picked up from Nas onto this Samuel. They do have information onto this Taka. He's a Drifting Dog trying to get the extra damage. But Zephyrus just playing at this point, but he's going to be going down. Double kill for Nas. He is an absolute sniper. And trying to now probably get a killing blow onto Fatal. They're going to be backing out. Oh, no. Fatal. That was close. That was so close. They could have been ace. I'm probably game. But now they're just going to try and secure this Kraken for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I still say the side of the Beam regime played that team fight a bit smarter. We need to see this Lance start taking out this Saw more quickly, I would say, you know, Githyan walling him, allowing that Kestrel to get onto him, because the Saw is actually what is taking this Kestrel out early in the fight and not allowing her to get her damage on to the side of the Beam regime. Looks like Fatal may be going down here.
Ooh, well, we'll be able to escape. He did use up his Crucible and his Dreads. That will, with a Suppressing Fire during the work there for Spirit Eater, able to pick up a little kill onto Hello Kitty. So it's going to be a 2-man push and a Kraken 4 from Mars going to be composed from Nas and 2Gs. And the Spirit are just trying to get a little bit of upfront damage. Going to be impaled. Nice wall should be coming up anytime soon. A very early block there. Going to be able to keep him from safety. X-Red2 trying to get a character in 2Gs. Looks like he has a little bit of a problem there. Maybe the connection or some internet problems. They're going to be backing out onto Nas, trying to score an ace. That will be surely an ace. Does use the block, but not going to be enough. Double kill for Zephyrus with this weapon Taka. Doing the work, doing a lot of work into this game number 2.
Yeah, Kraken pushing in, gonna force them to port back. Kraken might not even get one turret here. Looks like it will be close. I think he will get this turret.
Yeah, we'll get the first turret of this, first Vayne turret will be going down into this game. So, like, unfortunately, I do think this game is mostly, at least into the mid game, was a few mistakes from the side of Team from Mars. What do you think?
Yeah, Team Mars looking like they're getting a bit cocky here, you know, overextending too much, not sticking together as a three-man team.
Overall
And
confident, really.
yeah, that's leading to problems in these team fights. The Saw is just kind of able to run rampant with these suppressing fires. You know, 4 CP items on this Saw, a big threat. Throwing out these suppressing fires, the Mad Cannon, uh, definitely a threatening hero
Look
to
at
the
that.
side.
Oh, I do like this. This is so smart because look at that Kestrel backed up. This is so well. They cannot back out as they are in the middle of a fight. Nice Shifting able to stop the engagement from the forest. The Spirit to try to get to safety to actually try and back out. He's going to be able to back out. He's low on HP. Going to be using an Oblivion. Nash just winning so much time. And this Kestrel just going to be backing out. She did not take down. Oh, that's going to be going back in your face, Team from Mars. What was that? What the hell was that? And they do score an ace. Being Regime just might have their key to success to come back this game number 2.
Yeah, way too aggressive on the side of from Mars. You know, I did not like that backdoor play. Kestrel has very little defense right now, not enough for her to take a turret by herself. Not even at 4 offensive items right now.
Look at that. They're even trying to end the game. I think the desk clocks are quite short. So they're just going to try and focus down these objectives. A huge mistake, unfortunately, that might cost the game. But we do have 2Gs that is spawned. They're just going to try and focus, and this should be game number 2. It will be game number 2. Over to Beam Regime, showing very good performance. Coming back in game number 2, making it a 1-to-1 situation against Team from Mars.
Wow. Definitely surprised me despite, you know, that early game strength on the side of from Mars.
Wow.
I didn't expect this, but it did come out, and we will be going to a game 3.
Yeah, as we were talking about into the draft, you had 2 main win conditions. And the main one here for Team Beam Regime, if they're able to pick up one enemy hero properly, delete him, which happened most of the time because that was mistakes on Mars being out of position so many times, just not playing as a team at all, which is something you do not expect coming out from a professional team that is in the VG8 scene. That was mistakes that could have been easily avoidable. They could have ended this game properly, not doing the backdoor. I think they were being a little bit overconfident and, as you said, a little bit too cocky going in this game number 2, because they did have one game under their belt, just saying, okay, we're going to go into game number 2 a little bit more chill. Unfortunately, like, you just gave a 1 ticket and 1 free game over to Team Beam Regime. You could have been in bed right now just taking a cup of coffee, but that's not going to be the case, as now going to be going to game number 3. And this is going to be quite close game, I think.
Yeah, a bit of a throw from the side of from Mars. We saw, you know, I think turning points of that game was there were 2 fights in the mid game where the Samuel was completely split from the rest of the team, unable to get to and assist his teammates. And when that happens, you know, the team can't win, you know, a 2v3v1 from the side of Bean Regime. We will be getting into our 3rd draft soon. What do you expect to see coming out of this one?
But now, as we are into this game number 3, that means that we're going to have from Mars on the A side once again, and that means also Beam Regime on B side. So might have a Cruel coming back out into this game that was very dominant in game number. Well, I think if Team Beam Regime are smarter into their draft, they know what happens conditions and that they can take games off of Team from Mars. They might be a little bit more confident and might try and pick up Cruel for themselves because it was banned second pick onto game number 1 for Team from Mars. So they might want to play that Cruel, but it doesn't seem like they want to play it at because they could have picked it up game number 2. They didn't. But yeah, like Weapon Tacker also was very good into this game. As we do enter draft for this last game, Yamas.
Yep, definitely going to be interesting. Man, I did not expect this result from how that early game was going last game, but it will be interesting to see how that turns out. The Vox first ban coming out again on the side of From Mars. Maybe they are looking to replicate that draft from the first game. We shall see.
Indeed, looks like they want to replicate it. Vox again, very good in this 3.0 patch. And if we do, what was the ban ready sec? What was the second ban in game number 1? I do not remember. We did have a Koshgan Tucker ban into the second bans, but what was? I don't remember what it was. They might go for the same.
Oh, I'm trying to remember now. It was Taka. It was Taka. Taka was the
No,
second
Tucker
ban.
was banned with Koshka. Koshka and Tucker were banned in second ban. Like the second ban here onto the first ban. What? I don't know. They might go for the same.
This second ban.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember here. What was it?
I don't know, like probably a Gwen because Gwen did do a huge work in last game.
Gwen was on the side of From
Mm.
Mars in game 1.
Yeah,
Doing
it
a lot
might
of
be
work.
a smart ban to ban him because it did work
It
quite
was the
well with banning.
Rona. It was the Rona. I
It
remember
was
now.
the Rona, yes. Okay, ban Rona then.
Maybe looking to replicate their first draft now. It is the same as the first game so far. This is going to be interesting. The Arden pick coming out. We going to see the Grace again? A
They're going to
Lyra.
Lyra.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting. Lyra's been nerfed pretty hard since her glory days. Buffed a little bit this patch, but still not too much. She still is fairly strong in 3v3, but I'm not sure. Oh, and the Krull ban coming out. Alright, so they will not be able to dominate with that Krull as they had in the previous game.
Yeah, that Cruel ban was to be expected. They did not want to have to deal with that monster of a hero once again. Because if they let it through, it could have literally just destroyed their game. Doesn't seem they want to take it for themselves on the side of Beam Regime. They do not want to play that hero. And smart move just banning it. Kosh are going to be banned out too. But that means Weapon Tacker is up and available. They're going to have to see if they want to pick it up because Taka going to be a little bit countered by Lyra as you can't avoid the X-Red suit with a nicely placed Bulwark. So it would be a nice pickup on their side because the counter hero is not onto the enemy team. So let's see what they want to try and focus on. Gwen, still open and very dominant pick in 3.0.
Yep, for sure. We will see what they look for. Whatever they pick, it will leave room for 2 counters on the side of From Mars, so they do have to be careful with this pick. But we shall see. Have a few seconds left to make this choice, and it is the Gwen. I do like this pick, presenting a strong weapon carry in their lane. Definitely going to be a solid pick for them.
Very dominant pick indeed. As I said that Gwen 3.0, very powerful. Can build it full crit or sustain build like with breaking point, and also some crit behind. Depends on what you want to do. Scale build or right burst burst build. Depends if the 2 enemy heroes on the other side of Squishy can go full crit build. You have no need to scale up. If you have an enemy hero like, for example, Blackfeather was an Argent onto the front lane, you might want to build up that scale build. And it looks like we're going to be having the Taka picked up on the side of team from Mars.
All right, someone with a dive comp on their hands, looking to take out that Gwen and that Lyra before they can make a big effect on the team fight. This last pick from Bean Regime will be important for them. I'm expecting some form of a tanky jungler coming out. We will see what they choose here in a few seconds, and it looks like it's going to be an alpha.
Yeah,
All
as you
right.
called it, they're very tanky. One of the most junglers out there. It's going to be Alpha. And what I like with Alpha, its intro attacker, it is actually quite good. Your core charges, they are like locked. They're not just like pure skill abilities. So they're going to be locked down onto him. And if he gets too close in range, he can burst down Tucker so effectively. So like basically, what's going to be the win condition for both of these teams, Yamez, is gonna have the bulwark of the Lyra. It's gonna be game changing. If you can avoid Taka from jumping onto your team with that X-Retsu, with a nicely timed bright bulwark, it can change the game. And yeah, like you're gonna have to see what these teams are gonna be going. And which team do you expect is gonna be taking the win in game number 3?
Oh, this is definitely hard to say. Both of these drafts are very balanced. Uh, it's hard to say.
Make your choice.
Um, oh gosh. You know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns with what I've been saying this whole time. I'm gonna say From Mars is gonna take this again.
Okay, well, I'm going to do the same, and I'm going to be going up with Bean Regime into this last game. So once again, this is BO3 Bean Regime up against From Mars. The winner of this game will be going to finals against the winner of the other semi-final match. It's going to be Team Misfits against Team Ferox. It's going to be an awesome match also. Hope you guys will be over when it does get confirmed for date and hour. But yeah, we are now entering slowly this hash and fold. This is going to be game number 3. The winner of this game goes to final of NACL for this season. I cannot wait to see what these teams are going to be pulling off in this last and final game of the day.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be most likely a sweaty game coming out of both these teams. As we get onto the fold, both teams looking fine in their tier 3 skins. Still not that Lunar Festival Gwen on the Chinese New Year on the side of the Bean regime. Unfortunately, going with
Mm,
the Gangster Gwen this time.
Yeah, so sad. No fireworks up available into this game. But anyway, we are now onto the fold. These teams are getting prepared to battle. We're gonna have to see what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be putting my eyes onto Fatal, onto the timing of those bulwarks, those bright bulwarks, if they can time it properly. It's going to be game changing, and yeah, just going to be doing like last game for Tao and Tuji's, just joking around into the middle of this map. As the rotation was really fast, their alpha just clearing so fast, though, jungle camps, and they're already going to be at the Elder Tree and just going to be maybe trying to focus it down as Nas and Hello Kitty do catch up onto their rotation. This fight is starting up with a lot of upfront damage onto Nas. The Vanguard did come out so that it was not up anymore for the next 12 seconds. And they're going to try and go on this trim. They did start a lot of damage. Look at that. They might try and steal it. They have the blood for blood. Are we going to see it? Oh, going to be confirmed there. It's a nice prime directive coming out from Zephyrus. Nas 9000 going to be going very low. Slowed down by the last auto attack from Fatal. Going to be using a Kaku. Sneaky Kaku tried to come back in. He did know his limit. Did go the other way and will be backing out to base. And Bean, this time, it's them just engaging into the enemy jungle.
Yeah, looks like they're going to be the ones looking to be very aggressive this time. Gonna steal away some camps from the side of From Mars. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, Nas trying to be a little bit of a nuisance there. They didn't do much, unfortunately. He did secure they did secure that healing camp for Zephyrus. Going to be getting the second one too. And be careful with the Kaku there, Nas. Going to be a bit slow down. Prime directive does good. Oh, it did avoid it. Avoid the damage with that nicely timed kiting for Nas 9000. It was played onto the side of Beam Regime. Now it's in the hands of Nas 9000. And you do know he's able to do a lot of awesome plays with aggressive heroes. And they're taking a lot of damage. Their prime directive not going to be connected. 2 minutes, 30 seconds in. No kills onto this dashboard.
Yeah, Hello Kitty going deep into the side of the Bean regime. Mars getting aggressive on the Spirit Eater, not going to be able to pick up the kill as she flasks on that Gwen. And the side of Beam regime closing in on From Mars and their jungle. Will 2Gs be able to get away here?
I do
Doesn't
not
look
think
like
so.
it.
Nah, gonna be going down to the bookshop Bonanza from Spirit Eater. But like, they did do a nice comeback. Unfortunately, it was the first blood. That means that there's a little bit of a gold bounty that did go in the pockets of the players of Bean Regime. Now it's gonna be a little bit juked out there. Did get the information to that Kaku. Bro, oh, once again, he avoids so well that prime directed damage with his Kaiten. Looks like Fatal will be getting down. Did pop the healing flask. Was a little bit of waste to my in my mind. And now she does have the Crucible. A lot of sustainability coming out from that Imperial Sigil.
Yeah, we are seeing a little bit better lane farming out of Hello Kitty, being able to focus on this lane a bit more. The gold lead actually going to the side of From Mars now. Looks like they are focusing on just getting some items down here. This Gwen going on to Hello Kitty, being a bit aggressive there. You know, you can be aggressive with the long range on that Lyra end lane, just trying to harass and poke out your enemies.
Spirit Eater like playing quite well with this weapon, Gwen. Early game phase, you got your passive there, the boomstick, that just enables you to like trade so effectively where you wait for your extra damage onto your boomstick and you're just able to poke down. And Hello Kitty unfortunately does have that Book of Eulogy, so he's able to sustain, but look at that, Zephyros just no fear, just diving in with the prime directive, putting a bit of damage, but once again knowing his limit, not going to be going right through that little fight there.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing Hello Kitty take about a 10 farm lead.
Fatal gonna be using the Crucible. Oh no! Such a grand nicely placed by Hello Kitty, and just gonna be using a Kaku there. But yeah, but like we're 2-1, and From Mars on showing no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, after a little early game stumble, look like they are coming out in full force now, sticking together, getting full, getting kills, getting their farm, definitely wanting to win this game now. Maybe messing around a little last game, but now they are focused on winning this.
Yeah, they are very focused indeed. 2G is going to be a little bit caught out, takes a bit of damage from that core shards. Did you try to engage? Nicely! That's what I'm talking about. Fatal, with that bulwark stopping the X-Retsu, I'm hoping to see those kind of plays all throughout this game. That's going to be the win conditions. And we do see the Aftershock did get purchased by this Taka, by Nice 9000. He's just trying to get a little early damage. Kaiten going to be securing almost a kill. And look at that mortal wound does go down, does use the healing flask. Trying to get the damage onto Nice 9000, does use the fountain anyways. Enemies and also the termination protocol going to be exploding. Not going to be the end, as it will be the end, unfortunately, for this Lyra going down to Hello Kitty. Does use healing flask and try and get that. But no, that will also be the end for Zephyros getting 2 kills. 14 from Mars onto Zephyros and Fatal.
Yep, definitely some solid fights. That Idris doing massive backline damage, able to finish off that Lyra and get a lot of damage onto that Gwen. We might see the turret going over to the side of From Mars now. Hello Kitty's going deep, trying to get that Gwen. Doesn't look like he will get her. And the team of From Mars will scatter just to try to steal some farm and get their gold lead up a little more at 2k right now.
Yeah, 2k. They must try and keep that gold advantage from throwing if they want to try and win this game. And I'm not seeing as many mistakes. I think like for the last game, they're playing much more as a team on the side of From Mars, just trying to play much smarter. And we do have the rotation from Spirit. Going to be face checking, but not going to have that much problem as it's only 2Gs into that bush. And yeah, like right now, Zephyros has to try and build up a little bit more damage. You must try and scale a little bit more towards the late game. When that damage is going to be coming out, like Hello Kitty's going to take so much damage if he's able to play that properly. As you see a little bit of an engagement there onto Zephyros with that Chakram, does quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see where the side of Bean Regime chooses to put their focus, you know, whether onto that Idris or that Taka. Looking like a little engage onto them, gonna use that Shimmer Strike to get away. He is infused right now. They may be looking to get some damage onto the side of the Bean Regime. Taka coming up the other way.
Yeah, gonna be ganking from the enemy's jungle. Nice ball, able to get the CC. Oh my god, that CC so well placed. being godly onto this one. And unfortunately, the termination protocol, the reboot will be coming at its end for Zephyrus, just able to survive. But that gauntlet was so well placed, as he does use the X-Red to Mortal Wound, just stopping a little bit of the healing from that flask. And the zoning potential from this Gwen is huge, with the buckshot just getting a vision into the bush. And not going to be taking any turrets or kills for the time being. Look at that, Nuts going way too far. Going to be in the bulwark just a little bit too late. That will be the end for Spirit Eater. And so was the first. They're diving so well into the enemy's turret. So well done. And looks like that will be the end of this turret. Nas looking maybe to take down Fatal, but Fatal just knowing his limit. Going to be back into his base. Turret number 1 going down for the team from Mars.
Definitely seeing a lot better play coming out of them than last game. Looking to steal some of this jungle farm, maybe get this crystal sentry as well. Looks like they are going to. The Virus looking to contest, maybe get some damage on, but he's going to decide against it. Looks like the side of the Bean regime just trying to regain their bearings after that turret dive from Mars.
Yeah, with them just trying to make it back. Looks like they're trying to push a little bit more. Gonna have to rotation to the lane for 2Gs and Hello Kitty. And we're 9 minutes in, 6-1 for Mars in terms of kill. And gold advantage, it's 4,000. 9 minutes in, 4,000 gold advantage. It's a big gold advantage. It's kind of hard to come back, impossible. If it keeps growing like this, unfortunately, it's going to be very hard to come back on the side of Bean Regime. And look at that. Once again, Hello Kitty 2G's just been a little bit over aggressive. Just tried to go probably into a 2v3. We're going to be calling it a day as they do rotate onto this gold miner and infusion time for Hello Kitty.
Yep, looks like we may have an engage going on, looking to contest this gold miner. Idris
Jabbing
going with the Shimmer Strike.
Nice, stages high onto a Hello Kitty. Just to burst down right way. That will be no able to reboot back, but it's not going to be enough. He will be going down. That will be the end for Zephyrus. Lara going quite low, going to be able to survive using that sigil. But look at that, Nas trying to be engaged. Extra to safety. Taken down by the sentry. Is this EU the sentry to place? That's not something you see every day. And Hello Kitty still there, just trying to be aggressive onto Fatal and Spirit Eater. The Chakram. Whoa!
Nearly goes down.
Nice teleportation with that arcane passive, able to get back to base. Also very defensive gauntlet from 2Gs. Nice CC onto Spirit Eater, just able to save the life of Hello Kitty.
Yeah, that gauntlet cooldown, a big one to expend here. A bit risky on the side. 2G's having to wait around 2 minutes before he can use that again against the Bean regime. We do see both sides just looking to regain their bearings a bit here, get some farm and shop up before the next engage. Looks like the side of From Mars going to be pushing lane here. This turret will go down here.
Yeah, it's very smart to take down objectives when you have a attacker. It just enables this attacker to dive even further into the fight. So even they do not have as much potential to back out to safety for being Regine now, as 2 turrets did go down. That lets Taka just able to go into fights and stay in those fights very long, and just even attack the enemy team from the back. He has done it already twice or 3 times into this game. As you see, Aces High connecting onto this Idris. Hello Kitty trying to come back with a lot of reverse damage. Kaiten Extretsu doing a lot of work for Nas, as he did get the killing blow onto Fatal. Zephyrus back is to his base into safety. And securing a little bit of the enemy's jungle. Extretsu going to be going down. Does Flash just have time to tank up the Extretsu damage, but that will be enough. Unfortunately, Zephyrus just trying to stay into there. 2G's taking a lot of upfront damage. They're trying to return this onto the Crystal Sentry, trying to take it down. But Hello Kitty just being a one-man army, able to take down Spirit Eater. But he's still surviving. Got the Vanguard. Oh my god, he's doing such a work, Hello Kitty. But he will be going down, unfortunately, to Fatal. You have to know your limits sometimes. But Hello Kitty just dived in, was not scared, and able to pick up a kill onto Spirit Eater, and did not go down even in a 1v2. He didn't go down right away against Zephyrus and Fatal. And he hasn't even finished his build. He's got a little bit of defense against weapon and CP. When he finishes his defensive items, he could do that even more often.
Yeah, From Mars continuing to lengthen their gold lead. We're right at around 6k now. Pretty strong lead there. That's around 3 items for the side of From Mars. Hello Kitty going aggressive again, just using those vanguards get in, and that barrier from Idris's A ability.
I don't know what Team From Mars has with those 2v3. They just want to show their dominance, trying to take those fights when they are a little bit at a disadvantage. And Gold Mine are going to be slowly engaged by Hello Kitty and 2Gs. Just probably trying to pull off a C9 once again, trying to force a fight if they do try and go against the objective focus. But they're going to be securing that quite fast. 400 gold each for Team From Mars. And trying to look for those engagement now, as they do say now, isn't a team. This might be a very core team fight. Yes, it is. Trying to engage right off the bat. They only have this Lyra, only Fatal into their range. Trying to focus out down. Will be going down right off the bat. Hello Kitty doing so much damage. He does have the Poison Shift, Sorrow Blade, and Breaking Point build. And he stacked up really fast. X-Ray unfortunately, going to be coming out. He does have the Skedaddle trying to get out. Will be timing that perfectly. Nice, this is high. Able to lock down. Nice, but not long enough. As we'll be going down to the last Kaiten, and House Comer are passive. Like the burst potential of CP Taka, sorry, is huge. And that's going to be the choke point turret secured for From Mars.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they will be able to finish here. Maybe able to get another kill onto this Lyra. She will go down.
Wow. Just respawn and already dead. You not coming back, bro. And Hello Kitty chat. Look at this Shakram. He's weapon, but the Shakram looks so much worse. Nah, trying to take down the objective. First phase turret should be going down. Yes, going to be secured by this Idris, and now going to be using his termination protocol. Once again, almost taking down this Taco. Got the Vanguard trying to re-engage, getting the killing blow. Once again, Hello Kitty getting 2 kills, and he's not done quite yet. Going into the enemy base to secure the ace just before Fatal respawns. And this might be GG for Team From Mars. Get stopped on the extra 2 by that Bulwark. But this will be game number 3, secured by Team From Mars. They are going to the final NACL. This was a huge game. Congratulations From Mars, showing their dominance. That's what you are waiting and expecting from a professional team into the VG8.
Yeah, absolutely. Them definitely looking very strong. We shall see how they do into this final that will be coming up. Very strong play by them. You know, in the games they won, they showed complete dominance. And even in the one they lost, they did dominate that early game very well against the side of the Bean regime.
They did play very well indeed. So, like, Nas was able to shut down super fast those enemy heroes. Like, Spirit Eater was his main focus. He would jump on Spirit Eater and avoid also, like, a lot of the burst damage was that Kaiten. His Kaitens were most of the time absolutely perfectly timed, avoiding a huge burst potential. There were a few nice bulwarks coming out from Fatal. Unfortunately, wasn't enough throughout this game, so just enabled him to reposition, burst down very well. And like Hello Kitty, like no fear, just fight. I think those words describe perfectly the attitude of Hello Kitty with this Idris into this third and final game. He was just diving in any situation, and he had the burst potential. He did have the poison shift, just avoiding the heal from Fatal from being useful. The burst on Sorrow Blade, just normal item when you do go on to this normal Idris build. And also the breaking point, those fights last super long. And you did see at the end, into the enemy base, into the base of Beam Regime, he was being so repetitive, gone out when he was a little bit too far. He would back out, and he still had those stacks up and available. Re-engaged once again. And he could like literally 3 auto attacks, and he killed this Gwen, he killed Spirit Eater, who just respawned. So like dominant performance from Team From Mars, just showing what pro team is here.
Yeah, one thing about that Idris able to build up stacks of that breaking point so quickly, just being able to get onto and eliminate the side of Bean Regime very quickly. They will be going on to face the winner of Misfits versus
Team
Misfits.
Ferox.
Yes, Team Ferox. That will be